Hello students, I am Sunny sir from Mahdi English School. This video is for class 3 subject English. And before we begin with our video, please see that the things which I tell you every day are to be kept in mind and are to be followed regularly. Please keep your surroundings neat and tidy. Take care of your health. And how will you take care of your health? You have to keep yourself neat and clean along with your surroundings. You have to keep your hands sanitized. See that you wash your hands 10 times in a day. Use a soap if you are at home. Avoid sanitizer because it has alcohol. So before eating, if you are using a sanitizer, stop eating. You can use sanitizer, it is good, but use it only when you are going outside or when you come back. But before and after eating, you must wash your hands with the soap properly. And also see that you take care of the elders in your family. Please take special care of them. Let us read one thought before we continue. Winners are not people who never fail, but people who never quit. So, what is the meaning of this thought? Who are winners? Winners means the people who win. So, who will win? If you want to win, how will you win? You should never quit. Means you should never give up. You should never say that no, I cannot do this. This is not possible. This is not my cup of tea. It is very hard. Never use all these sentences in your life. See, this is an aunt who is carrying this heavy load of wood, right? A bar of wood she is carrying. Is it possible? Ant is very small creature and it cannot carry a heavy weight. Still it is carrying this wood. But the ant is the winner over here because it does not give up. So when you don't give up, you can do anything. Nothing is impossible, but you should never quit and you will never fail in your life. The topics that we are going to cover in today's video, chapter number 5, that is our poem The Tree, which we had already begun in the previous video. Today I will read the poem and stanza by stanza, line by line, I am going to explain the poem The Tree, and before that we shall have the recap of the previous video. In short, we will have a glance and then we will solve some textual exercises of the same poem. So let us begin. I hope all of you are sitting with your notebook, pencil and eraser ready on the desk. Chapter number 5, Poem The Tree, written by Keki and Daruwala. We had seen this in the previous lecture, the name of the poet. Do not forget the name of the poet, Keki and Daruwala. Please see that you have noted it down and you have to open the same page where you are writing. So let us have a glance very quickly. In the previous lecture, we had seen about the poem, that this poem is about a gulmohar tree which the poet and his father planted near their house. The story is about the growth of the tree from childhood, from sapling to a big tree. Then we had written the 10 words which are related to the tree. I had told you to write your own words. 10 words you have to write related to tree. Any words, but it should be related to tree, like greenery, oxygen, fruits, etc. Then we had seen why are the trees important. What had we seen? Trees give us food and oxygen. They give shelter, medicine. They give paper, gum. They add to the beauty. They control pollution. That's why trees are important. Then we had seen that we get air, water and food from the nature, which is our basic need. Also, I had told you one slogan, save trees and they will save you. That is how we can give back to the nature. Then we had seen what is the rule of the nature. Living for others is the rule of the nature. That is what we had seen. Then nature gives us everything for free. Nature does not ask us for any money. So we have to protect our nature. Then I had told you to promise this thing to yourself, that let us take care of our caretaker. Who is our caretaker? The nature is our caretaker. So it is our moral duty to take care of our caretaker. Then I had told you about the poem, that this poem is about a beautiful gulmohar tree. I had told you in the previous session that we are going to learn about a beautiful gulmohar tree which the poet and his father has planted outside their house. Where did they plant the tree? Outside their house, and the tree has given them a lot of joy over the years. So let us read the poem and understand it line by line. Now we are going to read the poem stanza by stanza and understand it. So now I want you to put your pencils down and listen to me very carefully, because I am going to read the poem and also going to explain the poem stanza by stanza. So just put down your pencils and be attentive. Next to the track, beside our house, Dad planted a gulmohar. We tended it, we watered it, it wanted more and more. So in the first stanza, this is the first stanza of the poem. In total, there are 5 stanzas. So in the first stanza, what does the poet tell us? The poet tells us that they planted the tree beside their house. And where did they plant the tree? Next to the track. So track means the outer part of the house, the ground of the house, the plot of the house. So the poet and his father planted the tree beside their house, means near the house. And which was the tree? The tree was gulmohar tree. Now, do you know what is a gulmohar tree? Gulmohar tree is this red color tree which has these red flowers. It grows very big over years. It gives you shade and many other things like fruits, etc. So this is a gulmohar tree. So the poet, he says that he and his father, both of them planted a gulmohar tree. Planted means to grow a tree. They planted a gulmohar tree. So write down this spelling. Which tree did they plant? They planted a gulmohar tree beside their house, means near the house. We tended it, we watered it, it wanted more and more. What did they do? The father and the son, both of them tended the tree, they watered the tree, means they took care of the tree. Tended means they took care of the tree and they gave water, because trees also need water like us. So both of them, father and son, they tended it, they gave water to it every day as much as it needed. It wanted more and more. So the poet is saying that when they gave water to the tree, it wanted more and more water. Like how sometimes you are feeling very thirsty and you drink 2 glasses of water at a time. So the poet is telling us that they tended the tree, they took care of the tree, and they gave water to the tree every day, but the tree wanted more and more water and care. So that is the first stanza. What is given in the first stanza, I am going to repeat. Please understand nicely, attentively. In the first stanza, the poet is telling us that the poet and his father, the son and the father, they planted a gulmohar tree in the outside. They planted the tree outside their house. Beside their house, they planted a gulmohar tree and they tended it. They took care of the tree. They gave water to the tree, but the tree wanted more and more water and care. That is the first stanza. Now let us read and understand the next stanza. When first its little shoots of green spread across the boughs, and some of us said, "Wow!" Its branches were so low, we drove the goats away and cows. So what is there in the second stanza? The poet tells us that when the tree was little tree, when the tree was a sapling, you know, when you grow the tree, it will not become a very big tree. First it is a small tree, it is a shoot. So when the first its little shoots of green spread across the boughs. So when the tree was a little tree, the shoots means the leaves of the tree, the tiny outgrowths from the seeds which will turn into leaves. So when the tree was a little tree, it spread the green boughs, the green branches of the tree came out. When it was a little tree, at first, the green branches spread out across the trees. And some of us said, wow. So, wow means it looked very beautiful, really very beautiful when the tree was of tender age, when the tree was a sapling, it was a small tree. What happened? Its green boughs spread across, and some of us said, wow, it looked really beautiful when it was a sapling. Its branches were so low, we drove the goats away and cows. So, what is the poet saying? The branches were so low. Means what? The branches were very short. You can easily climb the tree. When the tree is bigger, you cannot climb the tree very easily. But when the branches are low, when your hand can catch the branches, you can easily catch and break a branch of the tree. So we all know that goats and cows, what do they eat? They eat the branches of the trees. If the branches are very low at a very short height, then goats and cows will snatch and break the branches and eat the branches of the trees. So the poet here says that when the tree was a very small tree, it was a sapling, the branches were also very low at a very short height, and goats and cows were trying to eat that branches of the tree, so they had to drove them away. Drove away means they had to make them run away. Otherwise, goats and cows would eat the branches and they would destroy the tree. So when the tree was a sapling, what did they do? They had to make the cows and the goats run away so that they would not eat the branches of the tree. Then, what is in the third stanza? Let us see. So, this is the third stanza. It really kept us on our toes. A baby tree needs care. Next year, the green fuzz changed to leaf. It turned into a red roofed tree, a thing of beauty rare. So, this is the third stanza. What is given in this? It really kept on our toes, us on our toes. So, what is the meaning of keeping on our toes? Means you have to take care of that tree a lot. You have to be there along with the tree all the time. On your toes means you have to work all the time. So, when the tree was a baby tree, when the tree was a sapling, when the tree was a child, directly, as I told you, the tree will not become very big. First, it is a small tree, it is a sapling. So, when the tree was a young tree, while it was a sapling, it really kept us on our toes. So, the poet is telling us that when the tree was a baby tree, it kept them working all day. The son and the father had to take care of the tree so that the goats and cows will not eat away the branches of the tree. So, they were on their toes, they were always taking care, they were always around the tree, taking care of it. A baby tree needs care. Like how you are a newborn baby, you are in LKG, UKG, your parents were taking care of you. Now you have come in third standard, so you can do many things by yourself. But while you were a baby, your parents took care of you more than today. So, what is given over here? A baby tree needs care. Even while the tree is a baby, you have to take care of the tree. Otherwise, the tree will not survive. So, the poet says that a baby tree needs care. When the tree is small, it is a sapling, you have to take care of the tree so much. Next year, the green fuzz changed to leaf. So, after 1 year, what happened? After 1 year, the green fuzz was changed into leaf. So, what is the meaning of fuzz? Fuzz means shoots, and shoots means the branches of the tree, the leaves of the tree. So, next year, the fuzz changed into leaf. First, the tree was young, and in 1 year, what happened? In 1 year, the leaves started coming on the tree. After 1 year, the green fuzz changed into leaf. So, fuzz is actually the small part which changes into leaf after a year. So, after 1 year, fuzz changed to leaf and leaves started coming on the tree. it turned into a red-roofed tree, a thing of beauty rare. So after years, what happened? The tree became red-roofed tree. Red-roofed means it was covered with red flowers all over. As you can see over here, the tree was covered with the red color flowers, so it is become red roofed. Roof means the upper part of the house, the ceiling of the house is your roof, right? So mostly we have white color roof, all of us have. So over here, can you see what is the roof? The roof is of red color. And why is it of red color? Because of the red flowers that it has, it makes the tree look red roofed tree. A thing of beauty rare means it was a very beautiful thing. It was rarely seen. You cannot see this kind of beautiful tree anywhere else. That is what the poet wants to tell us, that the red roofed tree that they had in their house, in the next to their house, it was a thing of beauty rare. It was rarely seen anywhere else. So it was a very beautiful piece of art. So what is given in this stanza? They have given that the poet tells us that they were on their toes. They always took care of the tree as it was a baby tree, and after a year the green fuzz changed to leaf and it became a red roofed tree, which was a very beautiful thing and which was rarely seen. Then next stanza, number 4. It never spoke to us, of course, it just spoke to the winds, and now and then waved through the skies, but it gave us everything. So in the 4th stanza, the poet is telling us that tree never spoke to them, of course. Of course, can you speak to the tree? Will the tree talk to you? If you ask the tree any question, will it give you any answer? No, it will not. It is of course living, but it does not have a body like us. So it never spoke to us. The poet says that the tree did not speak to them. Of course, it is clear. It is of course that the tree will not speak to you. It just spoke to the winds. But the tree was speaking to the winds. Winds means what? To the air. When the air blows, when the wind blows, the tree will move here and there because of the strong wind. The tree will move. The tree will move on either side because of the strong winds. So the poet is telling us that it just spoke to the winds. Actually, it did not speak, but it was giving response to the wind, because when the wind blows, the tree also moves to that side. On whichever side the wind blows, the tree bends on that side. So that is what the poet means to say. It just spoke to the winds. Actually, it did not speak, but it was responding to the winds. It was giving answer in a way. It was dancing and fluttering because of winds. And now and then waved to the skies. What was the tree doing? It was waving to the skies. What is the skies? The blue color sky is called skies. And tree was fluttering. The tree was dancing. And how you wave with both the hands, you say goodbye. You wave with one hand, you say hello, hi. That is called waving. You move your hand and you just you raise your hand to tell someone hello, or you just say goodbye. That is called waving. We can do with one hand or with both the hands. So the poet is saying that tree waved to the skies, means the tree was fluttering from here and there. It was dancing on either side and it waved to the skies. The poet felt that tree is raising the hand and saying hello to the sky. So that is called waving. But actually it was not doing that because of wind. The movement of the tree is described as the tree waved to the skies. Actually it was not doing it. It was just moving. But it gave us everything. So the poet is telling us that the tree gave them everything they wanted. Everything, whatever they got. Means the poet is telling us that the tree gave them each and everything they wanted. So in this stanza, number 4, the poet tells us that the tree did not speak to them. Of course, the tree does not have mouth that it can speak, but it spoke to the winds, means it was giving response to the wind. When the wind blows, the trees flutter and dance. That is how they speak to the winds. And now and then the trees were waving to the skies, like you lift up your hands, and same way the trees were waving to the skies. They were fluttering. But it gave us everything. But the poet says that the tree has given them everything. Then, fifth stanza, its falling flowers and its shade, they cover half the track. It sheltered us from sun and rain. The tree has paid us back. So, in the last stanza of the poem, the poet tells us that its falling flowers and shade. What did they get from the tree? They got falling flowers, they got shade from the tree. So, you should note down these two things. The poet tells us that they got flowers from the trees, the flowers which were falling, the red color flowers of the gulmohar tree. They got shade from the tree. Why? Because when you sit under the tree, as you can see, this shade will protect you from sunlight, it will protect you from rain, and it will give you relaxation. So they got flowers and shade. They covered half the track. So half of the track, half of the road was covered by this tree. Why? Because the size of the tree was very big, and that's why the tree covered half the track, half of the area of that ground, of that compound was covered by the tree, because it was very big tree after many years. It sheltered us from sun and rain. So what did the tree give them? The tree gave shelter from sun and rain. Of course, as I told you, when you grow a big tree near your house while it is raining heavily, or while you want to be safe from the sunlight, you can sit under the tree, under the shadow of the tree, and it will give you shelter. It will protect you from sun and rain. So the poet says that the tree has given shelter to them from sun and rain. Means you can say in summer season and in monsoon season, the tree has given them shelter. The tree has paid us back. So the most important line, the last line of the poem, the poet says that the tree has paid us back. Means the tree has not given them money, but tree has given them so many other things which the money cannot give them. What has the tree given? The tree has given them flowers, shade. The tree makes the surroundings look beautiful. They gave shelter from sun and rain. So many things the tree has given to the poet, and that's why the poet says that the tree has paid us back. Means so many years the poet and his father were taking care of the tree, but after years the tree has given them return gift. That is, the tree has given them shelter from sun and rain. The tree has given them flowers, shade, and many other things. So that is the end of the poem. I hope you enjoyed the poem's explanation and you will watch it once again. Now let us see how much you have understood. So there are some questions that we shall read, and these questions are from the poem's explanation that we have just read, and let us read these questions. You don't have to write this, you just have to read along with me. What is the name of the poet? Who has written the poet, the tree? Keki and Daruwala. So Keki, Keki and Daruwalla, Daruwala. So this is the name of the poet who has written the poem, The Tree. Second question, what did the poet's father plant? So what did he plant beside their house? Which tree did he plant? He planted a gulmohar. So learn the spelling, Gulmohar, gulmohar. What is the spelling? Gulmohar, gulmohar. Dad means his father planted a gulmohar tree. So what is the third question? Where did he plant the tree? He means the father of the poet. Where did the father plant the tree? He planted the tree beside the house. Beside means near the house, next to the house. Dad or the father of the poet planted the Gulmohar tree? So where did he plant? Beside the house. Next question, whom did the tree speak with? So tree did not speak with the poet and his father, but whom did the tree speak with? It just spoke to the winds. Whom did the tree speak with? It just spoke to the winds. Because of the strong winds, the tree was fluttering and dancing. So the poet says that the tree spoke to the winds.